It's fucking showtime. Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is my common sense. I try to keep it down. I need to get it under 10 minutes. 10 minutes is something very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people like ayahuasca, people who cannot think outside the box. That's like 80 to 90% of you asses of masses. So do not listen. I do not welcome you here. You shall be gone. I did not ask for subscribers, but you can follow me if you want. And I'm only talking to the elite. When I'm talking like that, I'm talking about the werewolves, bats, shapeshifters, those individuals who are not ordinary human beings here in this world. That's right. Sure, I said it. I'm Jesus, goddammit. I tell people all the time I have no sins. There are plenty of people in this world with no sins, but people don't understand who is God and who is the Son of God, who is the Holy Spirit. They don't know none of that shit. They just believe because they live in fear. False fucking evidence appearing fucking real. That is the acronym for fear. But of course, how you been, Anthony? I keep calling you Anthony for some reason. Ant-Man D. Okay, how was your day so far?
It was good.
Yeah, my daughters is acting goofball. Every time I come over my lady's house, okay, they act a fool. I think this house is possessed. They never act bad over my house. I wish they would. I wish they would. For some reason, when I come over here, my daughter called me a poop nose. She called me a poop nose. And I said, how is daddy a poop nose? Because why? I asked her why, and she specifically wasn't giving me details of what I did wrong. She called me a poop nose because I'm not paying attention to her or something like that on the phone. And then on top of that, she's just acting goofy sometimes, weird. So I got to get out of this house. I can't stay in this house too long. But other than that, as you should already know, I always got things to talk about. And this house is dirty, is not as clean as my house. She helps me out with the other place because if I can't stay over there, I'm staying over here. And I told her I can't be in the streets because I'm a schizo. And if the courts find out I'm a schizo and you took advantage of the system and I got proof, you will go to jail. And of course, you can sue the system. You know that? You know how many times women get away with perjury? I was doing some research on that shit. They don't pay attention to it unless you got some high profile lawyer to actually sue the city for not doing their job, for following the fucking law, and they're being biased because you can actually take the city and the courts to justice. You know that?
Yeah.
Because there's women who get away with that type of shit, that perjury and shit. No, you don't. No, you broke the law, bitch. You broke the law. Other than that, we got things to talk about today, and today's topic will be about his story, reincarnation, candle magic, and we're gonna talk about other little things too. Like I will also want to talk about what is a friend and what is and how degenerates are destroying society day by motherfucking day. I do listen to Michael Savage. Okay, somebody said I'm amazed that yeah, Michael Savage is a beast, man, and he talks about liberalism is a mental disorder. You are absolutely correct. I've been listening to that man for many years, man. But I think he came down with a sickness or some sort of cancer. But I hope everything goes fine with him and stuff like that. But he talks too much common sense. But other than that, how was your day? What do you want to talk about, Ant-Man D?
Well, let's start off with roommates. How many roommates you had, and how were they?
Oh, that's an interesting thing, man. Because when you talk about something, I always got something to say about it. I had a roommate. His name was Mario, just like mine. He lived right next door to me. Okay. Now he liked to drink and stuff. I don't like roommates at all, man, because they're sneaky.
I mean, just like living in the same house with the person.
Yeah, you talking about the same room?
Yeah, the same room.
Oh, I don't
Like
think
two
I
different,
can.
two different rooms. My roommate got a roommate to his own, and I got my own room. It's like one big house.
Okay, but you didn't stay in the same room.
Not in the same room, like different rooms. My bad.
Yeah,
Different
that's
rooms.
exactly what type of apartment I was in. I was in an apartment where right next door he was there, and somebody was just down a little bit of the hall in the house. It's a big house full of rooms. That's all, like bedrooms, two bedrooms, or whatever. And this guy was a drunkard and shit. And I was basically, I don't trust people with the, you have to go downstairs, you got to share a refrigerator, right? And
Right.
he would put stuff in my refrigerator, my drink, because of spite. I don't know. He didn't like me or something like that. I knew he tried to, I'm real peculiar of people who's in the house because you don't know who they are. And that's why I do not recommend people to live in shared housing. You shouldn't trust anybody. Trust is earned, man. You should never trust anybody because you never know if they don't like you just because you're racist. You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't say nothing. They just don't like you. You understand? There's people like that, and that's fucked up because I almost fucked his ass up. Okay. Because I remember he put something in my drink, and I look at my drink because I didn't trust people. Because I even asked the landlord, can you actually put locks on these freezer parts? Because people like to steal people's frozen goods and shit like that, and you be coming downstairs, and next thing you know, something's missing. I'm like, yo, man, some of my fingers need to be popped off. Okay. And you can't handle that. You don't know who it is, but there's 3 other people in the fucking house and shit. Why is this not closing and shit? Yeah, my wife is she don't like to listen. I said that if you keep things organized, because she's about to lose this TV here. This TV, every time if I see a fingerprint on this TV, this is like a $600 TV. Yep, $600. It's about the 55-inch right there. And so you can't meet my boy Chuck. He told me this is the reason why he don't want to have kids, because he don't want kids touching his electronics. You know, and this one guy, he kicked his own daughter. He kicked his own daughter because his daughter pushed the power button on his Xbox.
You go to jail?
I would never do some shit, but you can't get in that range. You better be careful.
I'm saying like when you kicked his daughter, he didn't go to jail?
Hell yeah, he went to jail. That was on the news, man. That was a few years back. I tried to tell my wife this. I said, women and children are no good with electronics. Keep them away. You have to have your little box somewhere. Don't put that shit around kids. Keep them kids out of that motherfucker, okay? Women and kids are not supposed to be touching electronics. I made a video on that. Remember that? I think he was with me when he made that video. Women and electronics. I said, that's a bad mojo. Your shit will be working for years until she touch it. Until she touch it, it just fucks up, right? It happens. It does happen. But other than that, okay, see, like my daughters are moving around, little squirming shit, okay? And I already said this to my oldest daughter. I'm on the video. I will fuck you up. And I don't mean I'll fuck her up. I'll just take her shit and let her cry in the locked room somewhere. And that's not abuse at all. You got to stay in the corner because these motherfuckers don't listen. You have girls, it's a little bit harder. They tend to not, I clean my daughter's ears out. And I tell people all the time about the virtue of cleaning your ears. Okay, cleaning your ears is very important. And you won't understand what I'm saying. What? But other than that, I cannot live with any roommates. There will be no way in hell I will ever do that again. I lived with roommates like many years ago in 2008 or some shit like that. Here she goes. You okay? Let's say hello. Hello.
Is it okay if I have pizza when mommy's gone?
No, not when mommy's gone. You can't have pizza at all because you need to use the oven. And you won't burn the house down. And then I get more money. Okay. Then I ain't gotta worry about no more stress again. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, but how many roommates have you lived with in your past?
9.
9?
Yep.
Damn, man, that's too much for me, man. I live with these 3. There was this one guy downstairs. He was kind of autistic or some shit like that. And he would go in the refrigerator. And I knew he was taking my food and shit. So one day I did the Indian method. You know what the Indian method is? If you keep still, real still, I'm gonna tell you a secret here. The light was right there on the corner, and I'm stuck on the wall. Okay, now the light is turned on, and I'm right there where the switch is at. I'm right there where the motherfucking switch is at. He walks. The Indian said, if you keep real still, for some reason they can't see you. You got to keep very still. And then the next thing you know, I better do this. I have a strong feeling somebody's gonna call me and disturb my fucking video. Hold on, let me do something. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, people are sending me messages now. You see this little karma shit. This is weird. I had to put my shit on mute just in case somebody tries to call. And now my daughters are crying again. They didn't cry when I'm off the phone. I didn't cry. But this guy downstairs, he was a little autistic. He was acting like a 12 years old, and he's 21. Okay, some kind of mental psychosis what he had, and he would steal my food. And I hid against the wall at 3 o'clock in the morning. They said 3 o'clock in the morning is the best time to catch robbers and thieves. Okay, And so I stood on the wall and he turned on the light. He didn't even see me, probably because he was tired or some shit, right? And next thing you know, he walked past me, opened the refrigerator, and started snacking up on my fucking food. That fat little chunky motherfucker. I was like, hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I said, sorry. How many times I gotta tell you not to eat my food? What is it? No. Come on. All right. And the answer is no. Okay. I'm not picking up nothing. I'm not moving nothing. Look at her. Not picking up nothing. I'm not moving nothing when I'm on the video. Keep still unless it's an emergency. Yeah, it's not good to live with. This dude, I gave him my key, and that was a fatal mistake. I remember one time I put the key somewhere hidden, and he stole some of my video games, my classic games. He stole some of my classic PlayStation games and shit. Valkyrie Profile, okay. Baiting Kratos, okay. He stole a couple of good games, a Papa Rapper, okay. And he sold them and shit. And I lost, like, over time, I didn't know they was gone because he was slipping them out while he was sneaking in my room. And I should have removed the key and moved it somewhere else. But that's a lesson I learned, okay. Other than that,
you ain't do nothing to him.
Well, I didn't find out until much later. Until I
you ain't whoop his ass or whatnot.
Well, basically, since I told you I have a hex on me, we're gonna talk about that too because I wanted to tell people about this fucking.
I know. I got to fight. I know I got to fight with my roommate in Alabama.
Okay.
I don't like people in my face, so I say, man, you better get out of my face. Kept getting in my face. Threw a couple of punches at him. Put him in a chokehold. Help. I say, man, you gonna stop? Go stop. He threw some more punches. I put him right back in the chokehold. I said, man, I'm gonna choke you out if you don't stop.
I use my hand like a pimp, so you won't be able to swing at me. You won't be try to hit me, and it's hard to grab me because I'm always moving because I'm real fast and shit. So I smack you a couple times, and I keep smacking you. You ain't gonna like that shit. That's like hurt. That shit hurts because I used to do that to a couple of my brothers and shit. I used to do that to my sisters, and I would just smack them and run. I would run up on you and smack you because you wouldn't be able to dodge it. There's no way, okay? Because I'm so goddamn fast. I have cat-like reflexes. So I try to tell people, before you try to fight me, please understand, even if you're bigger than me, it's embarrassing if somebody else see you and I'm going to whip your ass. And then next thing you know, people just stop. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. It happened in high school. I got picked on many times, man. I'd rather prefer to fight someone's taller than me so I can get clout, okay? Because that shit happened to me before, and I really don't even try to. I don't like fighting. It's usually a defensive thing. I'm never offensive. I'm like, okay, I'd be like, calm. Because as soon as you come towards me, it's like reflex. It's all about reflexes. I would never
and never allow people in your face because you never know what they'll do. That's my thing.
I got sucker punched twice in my life. Sucker punch. Now I learned my lesson from a sucker punch. Most pussies will always sucker punch you, so be careful. Niggas will try to sucker punch you. One time, this dude, I turned off the light in the hallway, and this dude was like, I didn't know who the dude was. He was probably some kind of criminal or a thug or some shit like that. And he basically, got offended. So he came upstairs in the middle of the night. Okay, and he was like, oh, hey, man, what's going on? I said, yeah. At first, I was like, hello. I was happy and positive. And next thing you know, he was like, you turn that light off for me? I said, no, I ain't trying to turn off the light on you. Okay, so what's going on? Okay. He said, oh, man, I thought you did that shit on purpose. No, I said, nope. So next thing you know, he was like, well, because me, I don't want to hurt you or anything. And then when he said that kind of offensive to me. And I was like, you can't hurt me and shit. I said, you might as well get your little thug ass downstairs. Okay. He was bigger than me too, man. He was bigger than me. When I said, get your thug ass downstairs. So when I said that and I pointed downstairs, he punched me while I wasn't looking. Okay. And that kind of gave me a daze. Okay. And usually, since I didn't, he cleaned a clean shot on me. And I got dazed. I said, oh, no, I got to get my gun now since I punched you. He didn't knock me out or anything. And this girl was like, hey, you better not fight him. He's my neighbor. You can get yourself in trouble. And then he listened to his girl. Lucky for him. But he got me dazed and shit because he gave me a sucker punch. So you got to watch out for sucker punches and shit, man. I remember I was in jail, right? And I had my pen. I wasn't paying attention, though. But my pen was in my cell and shit one time. And I was trying to tell on him. I was like, yo, you got my pen. And he had a pen. And so his pen looked just like mine. And the guard was like, "Hey, make sure you go look in your cell." He said, "Go look in your cell," he told me. But I was too mad and too upset. Okay. And next thing you know, he sucker punched me too as I was talking to the security guard. I'm like, what the fuck is up with these people trying to sucker punch people, man? I like, damn, I just got a fresh mouth and they can't even contend with the mouth that I have. I didn't say nothing to the dude. I just said that pen is mine, man. And so I think they think I'm snitching and shit because I could have took the pen for myself, but I didn't because I didn't want to start no fights or anything. Other than that, I'm okay. I'm still living this shit. But living with roommates is a pain in the ass. And living with my wife, okay, when I was living here, okay, I got on her nerve to the point that she had to call. Because she was causing me stress. Because the house be all fucked up and dirty all the fucking time. She don't know what clean is. Don't live with women.
Learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Learned that the hard way.
Every
The thing is, too,
female.
my female roommate, she think that she can say and do things to people and they can't do it back to her. That's the thing with women, too.
Uh-huh.
They think that they think that you should be able to take abuse and crap from them and you can't do it back to them. That's what they think. Did it right back to her. She told her friends, I say, tell your friends. Friends go do to me. None of her friends confronted me. Because if they do, well, they asking for it.
Mm-hmm. I usually tell people I'm a very direct person. You say something negative to me, I'm gonna say something twice as hard. And it's gonna hurt you and hit you twice as hard. I never do eye for an eye. I never do tat for tat. I don't do that shit. I tell you in advance, if you fuck with me once, I'm gonna give you a warning. That's a freebie. That's a freebie because my mouth is strong as hell. And I don't have halitosis. I usually say what's the truth. That shit hurts women, and they don't want. Now, if my dick is small, I'd rather she just not deal with me or some shit. But that's not the case. You know, women they get real seasonal and shit. Even if you have good dick, they still want to try you. You give them an inch, they try you because they want something more than just dick. Okay, they want something more, and I'm like, they don't have any other potentials except that mouth and their pussy. Say, I just like, if you wanted something to do, I can give you something to do. You better distract yourself because you will get checked. Okay. What the hell is she doing, man? What's all the noise for? Charge the phone, turn it off. Don't mess with daddy while he's on the video now. We've been trying to do this now. We've been at peace now. What? Yeah, charge the phone and turn it off. It will last longer. If you play on the phone, huh? You know how to plug that phone up. Don't talk to me. You know how to plug it up. Okay. Okay. Now, let me see. Let's talk about something out here. Okay, let me see. History. I was just talking to a friend from Bangladesh. They want me to do my video streams Pacific separate. And I said I'll do one for them every other day or something. Depends on who's begging me, who's wanting me to do it. But they want me to do a stream for them from Bangladesh, England. I mean, not England, UK, and Ghana, and India. And I was telling them about history and their religion. And I said, if you fall for religion, you can't be someone very strong. You're a follower, okay? And I was telling him about his story, like his story. Look at the words, his story, right?
Right.
Okay, so no matter what story you hear, it's his story. Notice that every religion has no author. There's no stamped author. People always claim to say it's God. They always say it's God. And I'm like, y'all some idiots, man. I'm like, who's God? Who's God? You probably talking about the man. A man is God. Okay, so we're talking about that, right? They're thinking about sweeping the fucking sky and shit. I'm like, yo, you better stop believing in that his story. There was this black guy, right? He was sending me some information in my inbox, and I was telling him, religion is folly, but I don't want to hear about religion. I don't want to hear about his story. History corrupts people, man. Every day, history is corrupting people. You don't know that history. You've never been back there before. How you going to tell me that bloody England did this or fucking America had a civil war? I don't know if it's true or not. I just read about it. I'm just regurgitating it back to you. I don't know if it's real. Oh, it was real because I lived. I wasn't there, man. You lived through that time, but I wasn't there. It's like they say we lived on the fucking moon. We actually didn't make it to the moon. Maybe so. We probably didn't know. You know, I don't know. But history destroys a lot of people, man. It's kind of fucked up. That's just how it is, man. Okay. What else there to talk about?
Let's jump to your topics, the ones that you wrote down.
Oh, okay, okay. Look, let's go. Let's go here. A coward, okay, can be an introvert, okay, because I truly, fully, really, honest to God, you know the difference between an introvert and an extrovert, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, an introvert is someone who is fearful or paranoid about certain situation in society. They don't make things moves. Introverts are the ones who are passive. You know what I'm saying? I don't really. I'm more of an introvert, but I took that test from Myers Briggs. You heard about that test before, Myers Briggs?
I never heard of it.
Okay, let me write that down for the public just in case. Okay, Myers. Okay, Myers Briggs. Okay, that's a testing, and I think everybody should do this because if you take this Myers Briggs testing, there is mainly I knock it down to four types. Okay, you either are a leader, you're a pacifist, or you're just a some other third one. I don't you're either aggressive or you're passive, okay, or you're passive aggressive. That's how I knock it down. You're aggressive, you're passive, or passive aggressive. And the ones who is aggressive are the bosses. And I found out that I am an ENTJ. That means extroverted. Okay, because I took this test. The test is about 7 minutes long. You should take it, man. This is very fucking interesting. The test is about 7 minutes long, but you're gonna have to do it again to make sure you can verify that you are actually that what you say you are. And you shouldn't think about the question too long because it'll make the test longer. But I took the test twice and I found out I was definitely NTJ. That means okay, an E at E at the beginning, right, is
Right.
usually extrovert. If it's an I, you're an introvert. Okay.
Right.
And so basically, I really ignore that. If you be a passive aggressive, you pretty much don't have to worry about extrovert or introvert. But an extrovert is someone who likes to social, understand human behavior, making the machine move. They always doing something in society for life to go on. Okay, that's the extrovert. Okay, the life of the party, whatever. But an introvert, they stay back. They're self-aware of their own selves, but they're paranoid. They don't want to go out there. That's what truly what an introvert is. You're afraid. Paranoia is a form of fear. Now, the N represents intuitive. Okay,
Right.
intuition. Now that's a powerful thing because you're taking spirits from the outside forces. Like my voice is the intuitive. I say something's telling me I should do this. That's a very powerful thing because you have a form of spirituality, right? That's a great thing. And most women don't have a sense of spirituality. So if your intuition, mine is 55. I was 55%. I think mine was higher though, because they didn't ask enough questions on the intuitive part. Okay, so I could see some of the questions need to be revised. I could see some of them need to be revised. And I'm a very high intuitive individual because I hear inner voices. Okay, they don't even have a section that shows that if you are mentally ill or if you have claimed to be like this, and that's another section that should have been added to the Myers-Briggs. But like I said before, whatever's created in 1940 need to be revised. Everything needs to be revised. Okay, so the N represents intuitive, and the opposite of intuitive is non-intuitive. You just make judgment calls, and that's not good. Okay, the next one is thinking. To T, you contemplating, right?
Right.
So that acronym means you're better off to be a thinker because the other side is that you're not thinking, you're using your emotion. Okay, so it's not, you already know that's not good to use your emotion. It depends on the situation. Because my emotion only works on my intuitive, so you're on both sides already is. The N and the T is already like contradicting itself. You're already both of those things. The N is intuitive, the T is thinking. Duh, okay. And then the last one is judgment. Now, the thing is that I judge people according to what they say, and even sometimes according to what they look. If you judge someone, you know, that's why I say it needs to be revised. If you judge someone, you're doing it because you are a professional at it. You're not judging someone just because well, how you feel because of bias. You're actually asking questions. I don't need to ask someone that many questions to understand who they are. That's how good of a judgment person I am. I never like make an ass out of myself. I ask a few questions, and one thing will usually lead to another. And they say that the ENTJ is the highest. They're the bosses, the commanders, and that's what most people consider fucking ENTJ a narcissist, which is not true. It's not true at all. Okay. You know, but because women are more of the narcissists. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a boss. I'm a leader. There's a difference between a leader and a narcissist. You know, you can take it two ways. You know, as a positive or a fucking negative. But other than that, you should try to take that test, man. As a matter of fact, let me see something here. I don't think I can do it right now, but let me see. Okay, yeah, you. Nope, you can't put. I don't understand how these phones work sometimes. My clipboard is faded out right here, right? And then I'm like, every time I push that button, the clipboard usually pops up, and it'll say I can paste and copy paste. I instead of doing all the holding down and moving it all in place, it saves it on the clipboard, and the clipboard can be very convenient. Yeah. So what else are we talking about here? Let's see. Okay. Cowards. We were talking about cowards. Cowards are everywhere, man. You know, I think it's best to be an introvert mostly because a coward lives longer than a person of pride. Okay.
Yep.
And if you're out there being an extrovert too much, you can run into a situation you don't want to run into, you know?
Yep.
And extroverts, you can lose your life. A lot of extroverts lose their lives because of their pride. An introvert.
A lot of simps.
Yeah.
A lot of simps try to say these women.
Yeah, Captain
Did you see the Did you see the video where the guy was arguing with his wife? I think this was like in China, somewhere in China or New York somewhere. But he was arguing with his wife. There was no harm. He wasn't beating up his wife and whatnot. So this man stepped in and tried to save this woman or his husband. Man pulled out a gun. The husband pulled out a gun and shot this man.
Well, and it's best to not stick your nose where it don't belong because you don't know what's going on, what happened behind the scenes. She could have cheated, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I tell people keep your nose out of it. I keep telling people all the time, keep your nose out of it. Okay, I told my brothers and shit. I said, if my wife ever contacts you or something, keep your nose out of it, okay? Because you're gonna get involved, and you don't know my side of the story because that's the whole purpose. Stay your ass. If a girl's getting her ass whipped, maybe she deserves her ass to get whipped. My sister got hit one time, a couple times. My sister always gets hit, but I believe she strongly deserves to get hit because I'm not going to defend you when I kept telling you how these men are in New York. I'm not defending you. I'm not going to defend my sister nor my mother when my mother should be already old. She's older than me. She should know better. Why would my mom get smacked by a dude? Okay, because he should already know who she is. My mom sometimes get a little aloof sometimes. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. My mom can fight her own battles. Okay, now she get killed, it's the same. I'm sorry, but my mom got to be careful. If I don't want nobody coming to me in my situation and you thinking that a woman killed me, this don't involve yourself because you don't know what I did. You don't know what she did. That could be karma. And then you end up getting killed. Right?
Yep.
Okay, because it's not your fault. And it may not even be my fault that I got killed. But let me tell you that it's best to be safe than fucking sorry. So that's why it's best to be an introvert. I am not getting involved. I tell my daughters, I said, make sure you mind your business and focus on your own self because getting involved can get you killed. Okay. And what else is there to talk about? Let's talk about now. So
but it's also the same thing because I had a problem with my female friend. She was on drugs at the time, and she called this Hispanic guy on this party line. So he gonna call me and talk. So, oh, you should leave her alone. I say, dude, you don't know me. You don't know what I have. And if you ever call my phone again, hey, you can find out what I can do. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't call your phone again. You got to be careful. And these women don't realize they put other men in danger. You got to be careful who you defending because it can come back and bite you in your ass.
And I tell guys all the time, if you ever meet a girl and talking on the phone, yo, I'm telling you, I know so many guys that got killed because they went up in the projects because they were horny and they got robbed. They got robbed and they got killed, man. This happens more to men. So innocent man will go somewhere he never been before. He gets on the bus because it almost happened to me one time. I knew this guy. He was in the closet, and me, I was carrying my knife on me. That's during the days, man. I used to carry a long ass knife, and I put the knife on the fucking table. I said, hey, you sure you ain't got nobody here? That's what I said to the girl. I said, because I will stab the fuck out of them. And even if they have a gun, it won't do them no good because they will get caught. And guess what? I was in that house for like about an hour talking to her about random shit, right? And the dude popped out of the closet. And the thing is that the dude just got up out of the closet like he didn't surprise me or anything, like a nonchalant, like it was nothing, right? And then he just walked outside. And I said, who's that? Okay. I'm like, oh shit, whoa. He's listening to our whole, he's in the closet, and I have a knife on the table, and he walks outside his house, and you didn't tell me? He said, that's my son, she says. Probably she was lying. But he's sure to get out of that house real quick, though. He's sure to get out of the house real quick. I don't know what's up with these women, though. What's this thing for protection? Maybe he did that for protect her. Maybe so. That was a good move, though. Don't get me wrong. I respect that. But I did say something, because if he came towards me, I don't start trouble with women. Women usually say some shit to me that triggers me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I usually don't threaten my life. You okay? And I won't snap on you. It's that simple. It's no harm. Don't play around. I said, if I say stop, stop. Okay, don't continuously do that. Okay, I always got some sort of weapon nearby, so that I think that's good. If you meet a female, drive around the corner. Don't put your car where it can be seen, where she can see your car. That's a great tip. Go inside prepared with weapon. Don't be going there.
I used to carry around these flashlight tasers and shit in case somebody try. In case somebody try me. They used to have pepper spray too. I'm telling you, man, you can't play with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't care about the police.
Yeah, you gotta watch them too. But in New York, you don't do that at all. I talked to my sister. I don't know what was wrong with her though. Yeah, I remember my sister was real young. We would go down to Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy, the Kingston area, the real cutthroats, Brownsville. She would just walk there. I'm older than my sister, but she knew how to get around. She knew how to get around. And then I met some thugs, and I would talk, and some of the thugs would tell me, you should be boss, man. You a boss. You know exactly what to do here. You should be, someone else. I said, nah, I ain't trying to kill nobody with no drugs, no crack cocaine and some shit. Nope. I have a conscience. I ain't doing that shit for no money. I'd rather starve. Okay? Yep. Other than that, what else is there? History is unimportant. Okay. And the reason thing is that another thing I want to say about history is that nobody really thinks about reincarnation.
Nope.
And if you think about history, right? Think about the conundrum there. I say, okay, you thinking about Caesar. You think about Caesar, okay? And I'm like, what if we died, if you was a past life? I know I read countless reports where someone said they was Julius Caesar in the past. And I was like, yo, he remembered every little detail. This is on the YouTube, man. He remembered this area used to be like this. And I was fascinated by shit like that. He used to be Julius Caesar, and he remembered where all the monuments was at and shit like that. And I was fascinated by that. I said, why are you thinking about history when you should know goddamn well that we could all be reincarnated from someone else, somewhere else? And you wasting time aboard about history, and it could be all false. Because the guy who was saying he used to be Julius Caesar said this was over here, not over there. He would tell the truth about where these things were standing at. Before he said there was a tsunami, there was a fucking tsunami that happened. And I said the earth has its own changes and shit. But people just don't believe in that shit. They just don't think like that. Look, Jesus reincarnated himself. A lot of individual gods and stuff and deities reincarnated themselves. So why not focus on reincarnation, man?
Yep.
But nobody does it, man. But they'll make history more important than reincarnation. I said you should do more research on reincarnation. Okay? Because you never know. You might come back in your next life as a monkey, a tiger, or a motherfucking bear. And then what? You can't do shit about it, okay?
Nope.
Or maybe we've been living in the goddamn matrix. Yeah, so let's talk about something else now here. Okay, reflect magic. Okay, I know I wanted to talk about that. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah. Here we go. Candle magic. Have you heard anything about candle magic, man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what type of candle magic have you learned?
Heard of it, learned it, haven't learned it, but I heard that when you set candles around a piece of paper and you trying to put a spell on somebody, or you're doing put a spell to like get money, for instance. Some of it could be true, and some of it may not come true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people it may not work for. It doesn't work for everybody.
No,
This is the key. This is the key element to magic. Some magic spells don't work for everybody. Let's
no, I
keep that
don't.
real quick. Maybe they activated something in their mind, and I keep telling people about these spells and these voodoo hexes. It may not work for you, dog. It may work for that person because everybody have a certain vibrational frequency, right?
Right.
When I was trying fucking the Ouija board, I remember the Ouija board. This is I digress here a little bit. The Ouija board was moving on its own. Okay, it was literally moving on its own. So what does that mean compared to someone who buys the Ouija board from Toys R Us, which is the most dangerous fucking? It's not a fucking toy, man.
Niggas
That's
said
not a
Toys R
fucking
Us.
toy. They better take that motherfucker down.
Niggas said Toys R Us.
Yeah, they used to have them at Toys
Oh
R Us, the
man.
Ouija board. I think they still do have them in the stores if you can find it. It's very dangerous, man. And
Hey,
I
Toys
was
R Us. Toys R Us open where you at, right?
no, they closed.
Yeah.
I predicted that they would
They
close because
closed
they're
it.
too
They closed
expensive.
Toys R Us down here too. So I think Toys
They're
R Us
too,
is done.
the motherfuckers are too expensive.
Exactly, man.
So like for example, like these beads that I purchased. Okay, see these? These are that obsidian beads with the little dragon head on it. I purchased these because I believe in the obsidian stone because I used to have the large stone. I used to have all sorts of beads, and they actually work for me. So as soon as I get it, something activates. I started getting money. Okay, hey, you're gonna go over there. Okay, I'm writing the video. Okay, all right, be nice now. And so I started getting the beats, and then all of a sudden, good things started happening. As soon as I got these beats, guess what happened?
What happened?
Did I tell you before what happened when as soon as I got these beats? The coronavirus occurred, and my daughters immediately was removed from the public schooling, which my wife tried to do by force, and now they're under my supervision now.
Right.
See? Immediately, I got my fucking stimulus check, which was a bonus, and immediately my wife is paying me. Think about how powerful and how fast that worked. Okay. But the thing is that I've always had that gift of talking about something anyway, and it just comes to light when bad things happen to me. So that's automatically like a spell right there. I used to, when I was younger, right? I was reading into demonology, right?
Right.
And you know anything about demonology?
No.
Well, you should read it. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be afraid at all. You're not gonna give up your soul for opening up a book. Okay. All right. But what it was meaning that your soul may be more evolved. Okay, the book is intended to scare you if you read the first pages. Any book that has a lot of power is there to throw fear and cast doubt into your mind. And if you have doubt into your mind, just like a lot of people who are religious and hopeful, and they usually like to believe in fucking religion, then that's them. They can't go into magic. Like I tell people who are religious, don't fuck with me because if you believe in Jesus magic, there's also the devil magic, right? Right? So naturally, the devil is knowledge, and Jesus is the blind faith. You have no power there. You just give up your soul to the energy source. But these candle magics that I learned, right? One time I took the candle, I didn't even know what the fuck, I didn't think it was going to work. And you know how conversational I am, right? So I took this candle to this girl. She had a big juicy booty, man. Big fucking juicy booty. This is when I was in my virgin days. I was really horny and I wanted to fuck something. Until I learned that the more rejections I received when I was younger, the more I realized I didn't want to look at pussy no more. I just got tired of it. Because as soon as you look at the pussy, it's usually not in top shape anyway. I've seen thousands of pussies, hundreds of pussies. I mean, okay, hundreds. I'm not that. I said hundreds of pussies.
Well, you better than I am, man. I only seen one.
I look at their pussy sometimes as a gynecologist. I will be there gynecologist type slash therapist type, and I would look at their pussy and say, "Let me see your pussy," and I blindfold them and shit, and they think I'm gonna lick them and shit. Well, they think I'm gonna lick them, but I never use my lips with no pussy though. And I say I'm gonna blindfold you. I don't want you looking at me. Well, they thinking I'm licking them, but I'm really not. So I use some vapor rub and shit and the concoctions and shit and look at some pussy and shit like that. That's what I used to do. But women love that type of shit. Other than that, okay. What was I saying? Candle magic works wonders. And I took this big booty girl and I think she thought I was gonna kiss her or some shit. Because I don't kiss on the lips nor on the pussy. Okay, you know why, right?
Disease.
Yeah, you can catch from it. I don't kiss simply because I don't know where their mouth has been. And I don't suck no pussy because of the fact that I don't know where that pussy's been. Now, the only female I've ever done that to is my wife, okay? Because she basically was a goddamn virgin, okay? What is it? Turn off your phone. And so my daughter knows the word pussy as another word, okay? What do you think about that? I said, Zaza, what is pussy? I'm like, where are you? Yep, she said pussy cat. There you go. Right. What is fuck?
Fucking funny.
Yep, fucking funny. Where you away? I have my strange ways of doing things. People are like, yo, you're abusing the kids by cursing them. You know, if you swear around your kids, that only makes them funnier. That doesn't make them dull or stick in the mud. She don't curse all of the time like a fucking pirate. But I digress here. Candle magic is real powerful. I took this candle with this girl in the back of the library, right? And I sat down with her. It was a red candle. Now, don't be buying no cheap fucking candles. Your intentions of the candle is supposed to be worth it. I put intentions here. Like, you know, I say personal thoughts in my head. It empowers it automatically. And I know I paid what's worth in its quality, right? If you buy something cheap, what's going on in your subconscious mind? It's cheap candle, right?
Right.
So you don't really mean what you're saying. You're not going to mean what you're going to be doing. You got to get high quality type stuff that you can feel and you know that you got it. So I got that. You know, the most expensive candles out there are Yankees candles, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and them motherfuckers are like, you know, the normal ones are $5 or $6. But you get a Yankee fucking candle, that's motherfuckers like $10 to fucking $11, man. Those motherfuckers burn for a long time and they smell strong. That strong smell can smell up almost your whole house. You were like, what the fuck is that smell? Okay, Yankees candle, motherfucker, right there. Okay, so I got me a small miniature Yankees. The small Yankees candle is like worth $5 or some shit. A little baby one and shit, okay? And I put it in front of us and I burned it. And I all you to do is hold hands for at least about 1 minute. You have to think about your intentions. I'm thinking about spreading some pussy lips, getting pretty babies. And I'm thinking that she's going to be smart and she's going to be loyal, right?
Right.
And that's the only thing I'm thinking about. I don't know what she's thinking about. You don't even need to know what she's thinking about, okay? So I put the candle down, lit it. We held hands for about 1 minute. And she said, this is very curious. It's very curious. I never encountered. I said, yeah, I know this. So as soon as the minute was over, I blew up the candles and I asked her, how do you feel? How do you feel? And she's like, well, I feel the same. But the thing is that she asked me a question. And she said, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? And you know, what I wanted to say in my third eye, I said, I'm going to have I'm a big fat turkey and I'm going to eat it up just like you. I wanted to say that, but it did not come out in my head. Do you understand? My mind, my thoughts was twisted and distorted. So maybe the candle did that. Maybe it was the smoke. And the thing is that I realized that maybe that never happens to me. I never have a brain fart when I'm talking to women in person. I never do. Okay. And I always get compliments that I have a good conversation. Okay. But when that happened, I was like, I didn't want to talk to her. I have no interest in her, even though she was super fucking beautiful. Right. And so that's why I didn't do that with my wife or anything, because I didn't want to travel all the way out there for nothing. And if she was a virgin, I still wanted to see how it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the candle magic I use. It's called, this candle is a spell. It takes away the lust. I think it does something to you, to where you just won't go head in, just with your head rather than the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we talking for 44 minutes. Damn, 45 minutes? Jesus Christ, man. All right, but anyway,
not
go ahead.
bad. Not saying not bad, not bad. 45 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I thought we was talking for only 30 minutes. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? And okay, let me talk about something here, and then we gonna talk about something else that you like to talk about. I'm going to disclose. Yeah. The next thing is that we want to talk about is degenerates. A degenerate is someone who is not normal. That's it. They're the oddball out. I'm talking about the oddball, like Ellen DeGeneres type of female crossbreed type motherfucking type shit like that. You know where they come from, right?
Single mothers. Single black
most of the time I see, maybe it's not, I don't believe it's all the time that degenerates come from. I think it's society and also peer pressure in the media that causes them to twist their sickly little minds into believing that letting your dogs lick your fucking pussy is a great fucking thing.
Yep.
Oh my fucking God. When I said that to somebody, like, what the hell did you just say? I said, yeah, white women love, especially white women, light skinned women, love their dogs to be licking up their pussies. You never heard of anything like that, right? And when I heard that shit from this chick told me, some white women do the most heinous shit you don't understand. I said, I don't understand. Then teach me. Beer bottles in the pussy and shit, apples in the pussy and shit, light bulbs in the pussy. And one time it broke. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Black women won't never do shit like that. White women will swallow.
I don't know. Black women, I don't know.
I have not seen it yet. I have not seen it on the porn. You'll find all this shit what I'm saying exactly on the porn. So look it up. You'll find all
on TV, on TV, but not porn.
You will find it on porn too. It's called fetish porn. Go to fetish porn. You'll find out way more white women. I said, what the hell?
I'm talking about black women. Like, they suck on cucumbers and snakes like that. They do good stuff.
Horse dicks, okay, dog dicks. You hear it from here, man. You hear it here. I just, maybe you first heard it. I don't know. And white men love it. They will like that shit up. They will like that. You know how you can tell if a cracker is thumbs down in some shit on a porn where you see a black anaconda up in a small white chick, a snow queen. If you ever see a thumbs down, that's a motherfucking racist. Part of them are either racist or they're jealous as fuck. Because there ain't no nigga doing no thumbs down. And ain't no nigga doing that shit. I'm like, yo, how you get 50% dislikes and then it's 70% liked, but you can't contend with that. That dick is big. You know what I'm saying? And I get a little just, yeah, I wouldn't never want my dick to be that big anyway. Okay. Sometimes I be seeing porn where these niggas be fucking Chinese bitches and them bitches be bleeding and nutting at the same time. Okay. That's a rarity, but you got to really search for them because it's porn. It's on the internet. It's swarmed by white women and white people. And you don't believe what the shit that I be seeing and shit. I be seeing some heinous shit on fucking porn. But that's just a fact. You just got to go in there and search it yourself. I don't know how much porn you watch. I only watch porn when I get horny sometimes, but that's like once a week or some shit. But I never do that all the time and shit. It's not good. But how often you watch porn?
Every month now. I basically just reduced it a lot. Used to watch a lot. I don't watch that much now.
Yeah, because it's like this. It depends on your testosterone level. If you just seen the same shit over and over again, you may get tired of that shit. But other than that, my hormones sometimes get high. I don't really have arguments with my wife. I just don't like having sex with my wife, but my wife is like aggressive. And she looks ugly when she does it. I said, bitch, slow down. Slow down. You're ugly. I want to see your face. I know she ain't gonna watch this fucking video at all, though. She gets mad when I talk about her beauty. I said that sometimes you look nice. But I got a six-pack and you don't now because you got babies. And I keep telling her to work out I said, I don't like having sex like that. Women think I'm gonna have sex with them like every day or some shit. It depends on how your belly is. If you ain't got no six pack, we ain't having that much sex. Let's keep that real clear. If my belly is a six pack and you got a belly fat, okay, we gonna have some miscommunication, nigga. Oh my fucking god, man! I tell women all of the time that don't make babies and create degenerate babies because every time a degenerate baby is born, we have homosexuality, degenerates like LGBT. Okay,
Yep.
those to me, all that is degenerate type shit. It's more like a fetish world, the flower coated shit.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of fucking Chinese people over in another country when they try to imitate American values and they try to imitate Black Americans because they try to do their own little rap thing and they call it J-pop or whatever. It's kind of weird. It's just weird stuff, okay? Because they can't do their own thing and they don't even have a harmony. It's like they just have to do their own thing up the booty hole, the shit stick, the shitty stick. And I'm like, what's wrong with your dick to get some pussy though? I don't understand that. And I never understood homosexuals because when I talked to a homosexual, I said, okay, if there's so many men like that too, man. You know, gay because of a lack of a leg. There's so many guys who are gay because of a lack of a leg. They don't have a desire to be gay. It is gay because of the lack of a leg, or it could be materialistic gay. Like a lot of the rap game, the rappers,
Yeah.
they have to get fucked sometimes. You go to jail and shit. You know those niggas are fucking soft boys because they can't control their shit. What did I tell you? I'm on the video now. What you say? What you want? No, I'm on the video, baby. I'm gonna scare you because you scared me. You keep bothering me on the video. We'll have some videos together, okay? Don't forget, we'll have some good videos on the YouTube. You got to get older because I put my daughter on the mixer, right? And they shut her shit down quick. You know how many views she got?
I
Do
mean,
you know how? Yeah. Oh my goodness, like a fucking 30, 40 in a few minutes. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at here? My daughter was playing video games. I was right behind her though. You're not allowed to post your children on the mixer or any place without the parent nearby. You can't do it.
yeah.
Okay. And I didn't know. I thought it was completely. I was in the video at first, but when I left the video, all sorts of people started saying, "Oh, she's so cute." There's positive messages. There's positive messages, but you're not allowed to do it. Did you know that?
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, okay, for the protection of children, I understand. Other than that, that's all I gotta say for that day. But I have to be next to her. They say you have to be next to her. There's no way you can reactivate that account. That account is gone. I have to start all over. Now, sometimes I'll play on Mixer and shit with her next to me. They can't cut it off. Okay. But you always got to be in that video. You never know these pedophiles. They're everywhere, man. They're fucking everywhere. I said, Jesus Christ, the guy. Do you ever think about having any kids?
Nope.
Okay. It's probably better that way because my friend Chuck was like that. He told me I would never want to have kids because I could see your kids right now about to touch my PlayStation 3 and I could understand how you feel, okay? I said they
I was,
move
I was,
around.
I was terrible as a kid. I mean, not terrible as in just like causing like real trouble, just getting a lot of stuff and tearing up stuff and stuff like that. So if I have kids as of today, that'd be worse. Trust me. Go back in time, man.
Mhm.
Go back in
Well,
time.
yeah, but it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing to have kids because you can see how they resemble you. And I keep telling people the beauty of having kids is that you get extra money. That's one. Number two, you can see your personalities in your children. And usually, I always thought of myself if I ever met the opposite sex of myself, I would love myself to fucking death. And the thing is that people can't say that about themselves because they don't like themselves. And so when I see my daughter talking like me, sometimes it's cute to me. It's fine because I accept who myself is. Okay. Now this daughter right here, I think I was having sex too hard or something. I know for a fact that I keep all my seeds in my hand, but it didn't work. Okay. And I was like, I'm thinking that this baby is not mine. But guess what? Later on, this baby looked just like the mother, so it most likely was going to be mine. But maybe not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I try to hold myself back, okay, but it doesn't always work, okay. Withdrawal does not always work. Because I'm wondering, just a little bit of the seed gets up in there if it's that potent. Because I eat sweet potatoes and shit and chicken, okay.
Right.
I'm like, how much sperm do you need to slip or squirt up in there against the crevices of the walls? How much do you need for it to, get in there? Because I know my wife always pees after we do it, okay?
Right.
And so I'm like, I remember one time, some guy told me, this girl, he had a vasectomy and still got her pregnant. I said, then you didn't have a vasectomy then, motherfucker. Okay, then another female told me that she got herself, the clip too. Her ovaries clipped and she still got pregnant. Is that possible? I'm thinking that they lying to me, man. Is that possible to have a vasectomy and still get pregnant? Huh?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
think it could be.
I'm thinking they lying to me, man.
He could be lying to you.
Yeah, I said, you got clipped and you still got pregnant? I said, no, that dick ain't like that, okay? Say motherfucker be lying and shit saying, I still got pregnant. You trying to make me jealous or some shit? I don't give a fuck. I watch too much porn. I don't care. You got pregnant by that nigga. I don't care. Other than that, I try my best not to have any more kids because my next kids is gonna be in another country. I don't think I can handle having any kids in America. Because when you're in America and you have children, they can be corrupt by external sources. And these external sources fuck your world. Because I said, if you want to put your fucking kids in school, you are a bad parent. You are not a qualified parent. And I talked about this so many times. They should have people before they have to open their legs. There should be a contractual agreement. Okay, like before I brought my wife here, there's a form called 846. Form 846, I think it is 864. I think it is, and it says that I am completely reliable for my wife if she makes it to this country. Completely financially responsible, so she would not be a public charge for only 5 years though, until she get her citizenship. Okay.
Right.
Other than that, if she gets a divorce from me, I'm not responsible. How about them apples? Okay. But other than that, it doesn't stipulate that in the fucking rules until you get a divorce. It doesn't say that. But I'm gonna let that shit go though. I said I just let my wife do what she thinks she's smart enough to do, and then I went in overall him because if I'm the good guy, everything will go my way anyway. So anything else you want to talk about, Ant-Man D?
All right. I talked about roommates. You feel about um, when you ever had to call the police on someone, any reason?
Well, when I was next door, he pissed me off to the point to where because he put something in my drink, right?
Right.
And what else did he do? I forgot what he did. I can't remember, but I got so mad that I busted the door. I tried to break the door down because I wanted to fuck him up. And I had a stick in my hand, okay? Because usually that's all I need to fight a big motherfucker is a stick. I just need to get a few hits in. I don't care if I get plummeted. If I get fucked up, you going to jail, okay? Because you're the bigger one. They're gonna be looking at, okay, that's obvious. I just want to get a few hits in, okay? But he closed the door on me, and I tried to get in. I said, "Mother, you a big motherfucker. Why are you running in that fucking door? Why are you running in there if you're a big motherfucker? Just slam me or hurt me or break my neck." Okay, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like, they're gonna be looking at you. You're gonna get in trouble, not me. You're gonna pay for my hospital bills. I don't care. I can handle a lot of damage because my stepdad was 300 pounds. He would punch me. He's heavy. And he called the police on me. And what that day, they told me to come downstairs and they busted the door open downstairs. And they told me to come downstairs. I was like half naked. I had one of them tire checkers.
Yeah.
And they said, put the weapon down. I'm like, oh shit, man. I was so mad, man. I didn't even hear them. I was that fucking angry. And then eventually they told me to calm down because they was laughing at me. I think I was so skinny, okay, during those days. And they was laughing at me. So I made them smile. It was like 4 cops. And they told me, put the gun down. They had tasers. I don't think they pulled their guns on me. But I eventually put it down and they put the handcuffs on me. Okay. And I thought I was going to jail. But they said no, they was laughing at me. I heard the motherfuckers laughing. I said, "Oh, look at this motherfucker! This motherfucker like a Snoop Dogg and shit." I was shaking and shit because I wanted to get in the door just to knock him in his head a few times. I probably would have went to jail, but they let me go, and I'm okay with that. And I got kicked out that day. The landlord was like, "You fucked up my door." I told you not to let a drunk in the motherfucking house. I told you not to let that drunk motherfucker in the house. He was drinking in the middle of the night, making noises, putting stuff in my drink. That landlord was not listening to me. And I said, if this fucking dude next door to me act up, that's his ass, and it's gonna be your fault. And then she had the nerve, as I'm packing my shit out, right? She said, "You could come." I think she had a mental breakdown, a mental problem or some shit. As she's packing my shit, moving my shit out, right?
Right.
She told me, "You can come back and stuff because I know you have nowhere to go." I said, "Fuck that. I want to go into the streets. I don't want to be there ever again." And then her husband was right there. He didn't say shit because I did warn her. I said, "You have a drunk in the fucking house, and I'm a schizo. You do not do that. No, he's more dangerous than I am. Okay, I'll be minding my business." And I said, "I don't even use no electric. I don't use no fucking heat. You get that motherfucker out of there right now. He's poisoning people. He's stealing my food. I told you the facts." She didn't hear me. He said, "You don't have to get upset. You believe in Jesus, right? You should have listened. I told you, he's the bad guy. I'm the good guy." He said, "Are
And
you
these,
been there?" Huh?
and these alcoholics have something similar to a mental illness. They have like a pre-mental illness. So they kind of like bipolar themselves. So
Yeah, but they cause more damage to society, man. If you drink,
exactly.
you could easily whip the shit out of a drunk motherfucker. I usually say that I can't wait till I run into someone drunk. They're not really drunk. They're acting like that because they think the alcohol is making them tipsy until they get their ass knocked.
I do that.
Truthfully,
I had to do that to my uncle, man. Because
yeah.
I had my mama truck, right? I was coming from my mama house. So I go to my grandma house to get some of my stuff. My uncle come outside talking bullshit, get in my face, all drunk. I say, "Man, you need to get out of my face." "What you gonna do?" I punched him right in his face. Got in the
That's the
car.
way it
He
works.
grabbed a machete, so I just drove off. He called my mama and told her what happened, right? My mama said, like, "Yeah, both of y'all don't need to be fighting. Both of y'all need to be arguing." She was mad at him because he was drunk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hate alcoholics, man. I don't hate the person, but I hate alcoholics.
Oh man, I hear so many stories where beautiful women be getting their ass beat by. They're not really. They're not drunk. Which one is it? Are they possessed? No, it only makes them lighthearted. Like they don't care. They can't focus. They're just being a nonchalant individual. I got drunk one time, and I just wanted to see how it feel. The only thing I was like feeling when I got drunk is that I can't walk a straight line. I can still hear voices in my head. I can still, it's just a little bit woozy. You get a little lighthearted, okay, tipsy, you want to call it, but it's not like weed because weed slows me down like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But other than that, okay, you like, trust me, you can still think and comprehend. You're not possessed because I remember I got possessed twice and I don't even remember. I don't even recall I did that. Okay. That's a whole new ball game altogether. Okay. And everybody who said they're drunk, "Oh, I don't remember you." When you fuck that bitch, you know you remember. Don't say you don't remember. Don't say that's a lie, man. That's a blatant out lie. You mean to tell me your whole body got possessed while you fucking in her ass, right?
Right.
You fucking her and you forgot about it. Get the fuck out of here. But other than that, what else is there to talk about? Okay, it's already been over an hour now. So we talked about multiple subjects today.
People who have epilepsy, my friend have it,
Uh-huh.
and it's something similar to an alcoholic, because she can remember the things that people do to her, but she can't remember those things that people didn't do to her. What do you think about that?
I think you're gonna watch that because they could be lying. That's all. They're trying to use that
Yeah,
as an excuse. because I told you I got drunk one time, and I can remember me trying to like bounce on this line, and I couldn't. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, if it's something influential, like you fucking a piece of booty hole, okay, you ain't gonna forget that shit. Okay, so that's a lie when someone said, I don't remember fucking her. I'm waking up and say, who's this girl? No, you remember fucking her. I don't believe that. Unless she was actually fucking possessed. That's a big thing. Like you may not recall it, like every little detail, but you remember you initiated that shit because ain't no way two drunk people gonna fuck. And if you go into the bar and shit, women always go into the bar trying to look for some victims and shit. They know goddamn well those. Listen to this, man. Listen to this. I remember talking to this girl. She said she literally went into the bar the whole purpose is to go into there is to get raped. Seriously. And I did not believe what the fuck she said. I was like, what? You dress like that when you know those men are dangerous? She said it's exciting. What the fuck? Never heard anything like that. And then I was like, okay, how twisted people's minds are to even do such a thing. That's a dangerous thing. And she was beautiful too, man. I was like, she said, I just got raped. And then she said she's gonna go there and another, she's gonna go there again. I'm like, she likes to be raped. She told me this shit. And people telling me no one likes to be raped. I'm like, you are fucking killing. You don't know everybody then. Okay. I don't know everybody. Anything is possible now. Okay. When I heard that shit, I was like, oh no, no. There's some people who like to be beat. There's some people who like to be shitted on. There's people who like to eat shit. There's people who like to. So I do not cross paths with anybody and say, hey, I'm close-minded. Fuck it. Okay. Oh, epilepsy and shit. That shit activates me. Like when you watch a video game or some shit, right?
Right.
And somebody seeing flashes of photosynthesis and shit like that. They got that shit in a lot of video games. This danger, caution. Anyone epilepsy or photosynthesis, synapse or some shit like that should not play this game. That's a fucked up thing to have. When you just go into seizure or some shit,
right,
simply because of some flashing lights. That's crazy. Think about that. That's some deep thinking. Like, why does that happen? It's a mystery, man. Something with the light reflecting on the back of the brain, but just light.
Yeah.
And think about it like this. Imagine if an alien came down on this planet and started flashing some special lights, and we all just dropped dead. It kind of reminds me of this movie called 4400. Okay.
Right.
And I was like, yo, what's the fuck is up with this? You can't control yourself. And that would be a fucked up thing. That would be a fucked up nightmare. If that is true like that. That's kind of fucked up. Okay. Oh my goodness. What else is there to talk about? I enjoy talking to you, Ed Mandy.
Yeah.
And the thing is that my friends from Bangladesh and my associates from Bangladesh, I want to say that too. Okay. The definition of a friend is someone you know for a long time. Just the word friend itself is more than a brother. Okay. It's different from a brother and a sister. Okay. Because your brothers and sisters can fuck you over. Okay.
Absolutely.
And a friend is someone like, it could be a business friend. Like I have a business friend, but they're not truly a friend. A true friend gives to you when you're at your most desperate need. Some friends will ask for a trade-off, but that's not really a true friend to me. I say, hey, you better owe me back. You pay me back. And I say, but as long as I ask you for something, and I have it, I give it to you. And if you have it, you should give it to me. No questions asked, because that is truly a noble friend. Different types of friends. Okay.
Yep.
And most people to me that I know, you're like an associate until we start giving to one another. To give to one another is on the path of being a friend. Okay. You got to test people out though. Sometimes you give something to someone and they never give it back to you. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. Oh my goodness. But it's nice talking to you. I'm gonna get on out of here and I'm gonna start playing. The game I'm playing right now is called Sosina's Senua's Sacrifice. It's called Hellblade. You heard about it?
No, I haven't heard about it.
Well, it's a game that basically it's about a female who probably has schizophrenia who hears these voices, and she's basically trying to find out where her lover is at. She's trying to save him from hell, and she's also eventually going to try to save her mother. Okay, you know, a lot of bad shit happened in that fucking game so far. That kind of threw me off balance, man. Like, yo, man, they killed her brother. Her mother got tormented. They took her lover. Her lover found the ultimate way out. He found the secret. You know, her lover actually sounds like me a little bit. And he said to Suetta, okay, her name is spelled Senaua. It's weird. It's a weird name way it's spelled. It's not an easy name to say to me. Suetta's sacrifice. And he said the lover says to her in the visions and her voices in her head that I found the secret way out from this hell. And he said the secret way out is to focus on the God within yourself. That's the answer. To ignore everything external. And then you will be able to find me in this dark place. I'm not wondering what the fuck is this dark place? And that's what I'm playing the game right now. So far I played like 5 hours. I heard the game was real short. Whenever something is super beautiful, it's going to come to an end. Okay, it's not that long, but it's good. It's worth it. It's only $5 right now. It's a beautiful fucking game, man. But other than that, it's nice talking to you, Ant-Man, the D, and we shall have this discussion again anytime on the weekends or the weekdays, whenever you like. Just come up with like some topic to talk about anytime, and I will talk to you later. Keep in touch.
All right. Peace.
All right. You talk to you later. Peace. And that is the end of my stream, y'all guys. And of course, y'all should try that Myers-Briggs testing. And I think all y'all guys should basically understand that there's different psychologies out there. And as I said before, I narrow it down to 3. You're either passive, aggressive, passive aggressive. And that's what determines what your life path is going to be about. I think it's best to be an introvert or a coward, you want to say the coward's way out, so you can live longer and to observe. But you're not doing that much if you're an introvert. You're not doing that much. It's wise, but be careful. Be safe. Because I'm not really that much of an extrovert. But I do meet strange bedfellas, and I'm not afraid of approaching certain individuals that I'm picky about talking to, okay? Other than that, I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I'm not your average man. I'm not your fucking Peter Pan. And y'all have a good day until the next time of my motherfucking video streams. And you know how to donate. And you have a nice motherfucking day. Peace.